Repose is a puzzle game, masquerading as a horror game, disguised as a dungeon crawler, with a really great art style and aesthetic to it that is a short and satisfying puzzle. Our story is that you've been hired to find oxygen tanks that have been buried full of dead astronauts. Where is everyone else, and who are you even working for? Well, you're gonna have to dive deep and try and figure this all out. Now, our gameplay here takes the form of a dungeon crawler, as you'll move one tile at a time and have to, of course, turn yourself in order to switch directions. But in actuality, this is a puzzle game in the classic style of every step takes a point of energy. If you run out of energy, you will die. So the challenge is figuring out the exact path you need to take from checkpoint to checkpoint, with the checkpoints coming in the form of beds. When you get to a bed, you'll restore your health or your energy, and you'll get a passcode. This is a game that goes old school, as all saving is done using a password system, which is kind of used in a very unusual way near the end of the game. The exploration here is linear. As I said in the single, I love the art style, this kind of like dirty tech look and feel to everything. In a way, this kind of like the eeriness for some reason reminds you of something like Out of This World or Flashback in terms of the cutscene styles. Now, the exploration, as I said, is going to be very railroaded. You only have X amount of energy from bed to bed. You'll eventually unlock an additional resource in the form of tea that provides you with a refill of your energy. And this is not used as a kind of stopgap or emergency, this is part of the mechanics. And the entire game is just about figuring out, how do I get to where I need to go using the fewest amount of energy as possible? The obstacles come in the form of various enemies, and each enemy type is very specific. This is not a combat-focused game. In order to kill one enemy, you must use a specific weapon. Kill another enemy, you must use your gun. If you try to swap them around, it will not work. Again, Repose is a puzzle game first and foremost. I really enjoy this one. Now, because of the step-based system, this is not a lengthy game. Even messing around on my own with the footage you're seeing, it took me about 90 minutes, give or take, to completely finish this one. I bet I could do it a lot faster, knowing what I do now about kind of some of the areas you're supposed to go to. My main issue that I have with this one is that it does feel a little obstinate or obtuse in places. Besides the passcode system, the map doesn't show your position on it. You only get that when you drink tea, and so you'll have to kind of figure yourself out based on where you've been moving from major points. But one thing that annoyed me is that if you save your game with tea, and then you go and you use a tea and you die, it doesn't restart you with the tea from your save point. You still have to go and collect the tea again and then go to the other direction. Again, it's not a huge problem, but it can feel a little bit like an extra unnecessary step. All in all, this will be a short review because this is, well, a short game. Repose does exactly what it says on the box. If you're looking for a very moody and atmospheric puzzle game, I highly recommend you check this one out. I do hope we see more, not only in terms of this art style, but maybe a little bit more in terms of gameplay for like a future title or things like that. If you're in the mood for a very lengthy or very scary experience, Repose is not going to be that game. But still, a very interesting take on the puzzle formula. This was played with a press key provided by the developer. Let me take your game for a future review. Does not involve the spookiness, the dark, or steps. Please get in touch. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comments, and I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff. Be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and if you're interested in more of my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.